My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with 2 C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
Thank you. I forgot to unmute myself. Some things never change, right? But anyway, I was just saying. First and foremost, I wanted to say that I'm so thankful uh, to be back in front of this camera with you guys here, having some coffee, and getting to visit with you guys of a morning. I've missed this with you guys. I really, truly, I have. I enjoyed my break. Contrary to some of the misinformation that was put out there, I was not in an asylum. I probably should have been. I may have received some electroshock therapy, but it was not under doctor's administrative care. I can tell you that. I had a very, very good time. And break. I got to drive down to South Texas. My oldest son lives down there, and because of his work schedule and stuff, he was not getting any time off at all for the holidays. So we went down there, the wife, and myself, and then our youngest and his little puppy dog. We went down there anyway. We drove down there, and we had just a really, really good time with the family. Just kind of got away for a little while, and just got to spend some time with, like I said, with my sons, which is something as they've gotten older we don't get a lot of time to do anymore. But I would like to say I rested, but I did not. The Airbnb that I had rented for us was a very lovely home. It was a beautiful home. It was really nice and everything like that. But the bed was literally a slab of granite. I'm a big guy, right? I think we all know this. We can all agree on this that I'm a big guy, and my big ass could not put a dent in the mattress. I had to actually check to make sure it wasn't just like what we call it, a board, right? It was no, it was literally a mattress. But it was so hard I couldn't even put a dent in it. And I was like, holy crap. It wrecked my back. My back is still kind of tender. And then on top of that, I got, had that for like, what was it? 4 nights, 3 nights, whatever it was. And then I had a 9-hour drive back from South Texas, back to home, yesterday. Got in last night and, then, I got in last night and, evidently, I don't know, a little something happened. We're going to talk about it briefly this morning. Um, because, um, while I don't want to throw fingers at anybody, and I don't want to say, real, not real, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to say that, um, I still have some spider senses tingling a little bit, I guess, to everything. But I will say, I think at this point in time, I am comfortable saying this, and I think this has to be said without a doubt. Um, if all this stuff is true, right? If all these DMs are coming out are true, then without any hesitation, I have no problems whatsoever saying that uh, hypocrisy was rampant with Sabo. Um, I also will say that some of the people who have been coming forward now and have been trying to uh, paint Sabo in the worst possible light, and if true, whatever, okay. These people, uh, unequivocally, without any hesitation, I'll say this: owe Xylee and Tipster some apologies. Now they need to either do it publicly, the same way that they threw these accusations and some of these comments and statements that they made towards the Tipster and Xylee publicly. They need to apologize that way. That would probably be the adult way of doing it, because you sure as hell didn't have a problem throwing some of this stuff and saying some of this shit towards them publicly. So I think it's only the right thing to do is to apologize publicly. Um, but if you're not adult enough, if you're not man or woman enough to do that, then at minimum, you definitely need to apologize to them uh, in some manner that it gets to them. Um, last night I tweeted out that I felt like I owed Xylee an apology, and I had I had some people, you know, that why? What did I do? Okay, let me be very clear about this. Um, while I still believe it's the best policy if somebody's starting to riff on you or somebody's starting to come at you or whatever, right? I think the best thing to do, or at least I'll put it this way, this is how I'll handle it. Let me put it that way. Okay, maybe this is what I'll say. This is my plan. If anyone ever comes at me or tries to make fun of me or goofs on me or whatever you want to call it, right? What I will do, uh, and I'll lay my plans out there. So if anybody does this, just know this is what's coming. I will deep dive research their content, their social medias, whatever it is that I can find, and I will find shit because everybody has shit, right? To goof on, right? I will find a way to goof on you. I will find a way to make fun of you. I will find a way to mock, ridicule you, whatever, bust your balls. 100%. Uh, I will do that. Okay. Now, that's how I will handle it. And so, uh, but not everybody handles things, and I think it was a little hypocritical of me. Okay. So when I apologized to Zadi, I was apologizing because it was a little bit hypocritical to me to be as hard as I was. And I was hard at times, as far as not hard in the sense of like stern or things like that, but I was relentless. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. I was relentless at times of just going on and on about, well, Zadi should have done this or Zadi should have done that. Okay. Well, in my opinion, that was my advice of the way I was given to a friend. This is the way you should handle it. This is the way you should do that, right? And I sometimes become a little bit my view gets a little clouded, maybe, right? On like not being as maybe as sympathetic as I should have been, right? So that's what I was apologizing for, right? Did I necessarily say anything that was wrong to Zadi, or advice or whatever that I said? Was it wrong? No, no, probably not, because I still stand behind, that's the way to handle it, right? But I think I probably could have been a little bit more sympathetic about it, right? That's what I would say. Um, and that's it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. And the same thing, I guess, because I kind of did riff on Tipster a little bit too. So the same thing there. If Tipster felt like I was a little bit um, harsh or relentless about whatever in that capacity, then yeah, okay, fine, whatever. But what I said still holds true because it's exactly what I will do. Um, period. Um, but anyway, there's that. Uh, uh, I'm still kind of waiting, because honestly and truthfully, to have this much of a data dump in this short order of time with this diverse as far as the amount of different stuff that is presented. Um, it's a little bit much, and and here's the thing about it, right? And this was, I guess, maybe this is kind of the thing. Savo, in the way that he came into this community and the way that he did things, right? If he was really doing all this stuff, right? If he was really engaged in this kind of stuff with these women, um, then what he was doing, I guess, he played it perfectly, because now he has some of us still questioning, is this all some big elaborate rouge? So that, um, um, no, Dave, you're right. Tipster gets into this all the stuff all the time. How much apologizing is everyone supposed to do? Sabo got exposed for being weird, but it doesn't change much overall. None of us were complicit in that. No, we weren't complicit. You're right, 100%. We're not. I'm not. And here's the thing, right? Everybody has to do what they feel. Okay, I felt like I owed that. Now, people could disagree with me. People could say, Riv, you didn't do anything wrong. Riv, you didn't have bad takes. Riv, you this, that, whatever else. And that's uh okay. Do my show and stop spoologizing. Okay, fine. I'll stop spoologizing. Um, I'll all say my final note is on this whole story, and then because I'm. It's not that I'm not going to cover this. It's not that we won't cover this. It's not that we're not going to laugh at Savil's goofy ass over this shit. There's memes already starting to flow. The memes are everywhere, right? um, there was one that I saw that um, it was so good. Keemstar stole the damn thing. Um, yeah. Um, let me bring this up here on the screen here. So Pimpin' Pete did this one, right? Dr. Piss Respect, the 32 times sponsored by P Fuel, right? And this is a Pimpin' Pete original, okay? Pimpin' Pete is uh hilarious. The dude is so talented, whatever, and the way that he can churn out things is just is uh it's just amazing. I wished I had a fraction of his talent, right? But anyway, uh, yeah, the whole I don't know, and of course, then Keemstar, uh, Keemstar tries. It says made by the Keemstar News team. Artist was Abby Blackbird. Abby, darling. I, I think Keemstar is trying to get you into some shit here. Mm. But this is not the first time that Keemstar stole a meme, and it probably won't be the last. Why is Keemstar obsessed with you? I don't know. Maybe he just finds you attractive or something. I don't know. Who knows with Keemstar? That's just what it is. Oh me. There was a couple other things here. Where is my deal at? Yeah. Let's talk about this one for a second. This is a little bit old now, okay? But I still think we could talk about this. I think this is something that needs to be talked about. Let's talk about Pokimane. Um, I guess Pokimane is well, evidently she must be some sort of entertainment, right? She has a very large following. She uh, wields a lot of clout, power, so forth, over on Twitch. You know, she got a dude. She got a dude banned, permanently banned from Twitter for saying L ratio, right? Yeah, 210, right? So Pokimane had this to say. Let me make sure the audio's on this is good. Okay.
Twitch chat brain. I would like to facilitate the creation of legend.
Okay, so first of all, anyone that starts off a conversation with saying Twitch chat brain automatically disqualifies anything that they're fixing to say following that. Period. Okay.
Legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online.
Okay. So she wants to initiate legislation, okay, that holds people accountable for their actions online. All right.
I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes. But yes.
But yes.
I think there are some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations that are involved with certain causes. And I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to.
What, be a talking head? Be a muffin head?
I'm your girl. Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians. And
okay. So she thinks you go before a group of politicians. All right. This nitwit, this dingbat, this airhead, this Twitch streamer is getting into something that she has zero knowledge about. She wants to try to get legislation introduced, okay, and passed that's going to hold people accountable for their actions online. What actions? Right? if somebody says some sort of racial slur, or somebody says something that is, um, you know, I don't know, L plus ratio, that is mean, is that something that is going to uh, be punishable, right? Here's the problem with this whole line of thought that she has in her little microscopic brain. Okay, is you cannot. How are you going to set? Oh, how do I put this? Okay, let me back up. Who gets to set in judgment and determine that this ideology is wrong, this ideology is right, and we're going to pass laws that says you can't do this, right? What about the numerous things that Pokimane did that was illegal, right? Already was illegal that she did. Do we get to set judgment for her, right? Did she not file a false DMCA copyright takedown notice against Bo Blacks? I'm pretty sure she did, right? So that is already something that is in place. That is a law. That is federal, because that's the, you're talking about, FCC and stuff, right? Has she not herself uttered racial slurs in the past? Yeah. Um, so I do not believe that Pokimane needs to be the spokesman for internet reform. She's not even for sure about the process. So here's the thing about it, right? When you go before the legislative body, right? If you go before Congress, yeah, you can have your little prepared speech. Was what she would have, right? She'd have a little piece of paper with a little statement that she would read out that would sound so articulate and would sound so informed and stuff, because she would have somebody write this for her, right? Because trust me, she's not intelligent enough to talk articulately about this and convey, so she'd have somebody ghostwrite this for her. The problem is then these senators, which I'm going to say in the high 90 percentiles, are lawyers, right? And their whole thing is they are all about gotcha, right? Gotcha. Watch any of the hearings, any of that, right? They'll bring people on there just like Pokimane, who has this ideology and this same type of mentality. And these lawyers who are senators and congressmen, congresswomen, will get up there and decimate them and make them look like a complete and total bobblehead, right? She will not be able to answer questions. She'll look stupid, right? So here's the thing: if any organizations that are out there that are pushing for this type of legislature, right, chooses her to be their spokesman, good for them, because they're going to get exactly what they're asking for. Period. She's a moron. I have zero respect for her, and she irritates the ever living shit out of me. Quite honestly. Let's see, what else was there that came up this last week while I was out. Evidently, Andrew Tate and I guess Greta Thunberg got into it, and evidently, I guess Greta, or I'm not Greta. I mean, I guess Tate was arrested over the evening or whatever. I'm not for sure. I'm going to have to do some more digging on that. I did see a little excerpt about this. But it showed him being escorted by people with weapons and stuff, and being put into, and I didn't understand. It was in a language that of course, I don't. If it's not English, I don't speak it. So, uh, but from kind of what I gathered, I think it was him being taken into custody. So Um, what else? Oh, yeah, this guy here. Let's talk about this for a second. Um, let me do something here real quick. Okay. So this was back in May. All right. Back in May, I became aware of this little dude by the name of a Cheeto, right? Literally a Cheeto, like the little chip, the little orange chip, little cheese chip, Cheeto, right? Um, so a Cheeto, uh, um, got offended by this guy named Weast, right? Um, and because Weast made some jokes uh, on Easter about Christians, right? So anyway, uh, Cheeto responded. He's now since deleted these tweets, right? But he kind of got into it with yours truly here, right? Because he was basically saying, because I called him out about it and was talking about him because he was wanting G Fuel to drop Weast, right? And he'd come in and say, I didn't say that, but in fact, actually, yeah, he did. 100% call that. And so anyway, he and I backed and forth about it and what have you. He actually went on subsequently, I think, to make 2 more videos where he tried to explain, and then Willie Mack got involved, right? And Willie Mack, and this was what was so infuriating about this situation with this little turd nugget. Willie Mack said the exact same things to a Cheeto that I said, right? But because Willie Mack is like a 100K YouTuber, right? All of a sudden it had weight. All of a sudden it had validity. All of a sudden it was a good take. But when yours truly, who had maybe 50 or 60 subs on my YouTube channel at the time, right? A nobody who's still a nobody, it had no weight. It had no nothing. Zero, zada, nada, zilch, right? So anyway, that just kind of I put that in the back over here in my rucksack, as they say, right? Because, and I told Cheeto then that I was keeping my eye on his ass and that all the stuff was going to be cataloged, all the stuff. And I've got stuff cataloged and I'm still continuing to catalog stuff, right? Well, he decided that he was going to jump up on and be an idiot again, right? Now, here's the thing. I have 0 issues with a Cheeto being openly stouting his Christianity and his beliefs. I could give 2 rat pisses about that, right? Absolutely, positively not. I don't care, right? Each to his own. No problems there. The problem is that when he starts trying to use his faith, when he starts trying to use his religion to browbeat and attack other people. Now, in this situation, he's going after Jalen. Now, Jalen, in her own right, is problematic. There's lots of things that you can go after Jalen with, right? Nope. And I think Jalen hopefully is self-aware enough to know that there's lots of things that she, screws up and gets wrong and so forth, and is stuff that can be taken accountable for, right? But Monkey Nuts, a Cheeto, wants to blatantly misgender her, wants to basically denounce or decry that there is no such thing as transgenderism or transgender people, which is complete and total just anyway. And so he makes these videos and stuff and repeatedly, blatantly goes on and on and on about how um, Jaden, keeps referring to Jalen um, as male. Um, but anyway, let's listen to this little excerpt here.
I will use the pronouns that you prefer. Get this, Jaden stopped being friends with a known pedophile, not because he found out that he was actually talking with a pedophile, but because the pedophile said something mean. This YouTuber named Natty Forsyth, which, who cares, right? He's completely irrelevant, but the biggest thing he did in his entire career was get himself exposed for sending prawn to a 12-year-old. Steve, I will use the pronouns that...
That's just a small little excerpt of one of the videos, right? I'm still cataloging. I'm still going. I'm not done with you, Cheeto, at all. Not at all, you little turd nugget. Let's see what else. Oh, how many of you guys have Waffle Houses in where you guys live? Right around here, there's Waffle Houses are kind of like churches. They're on just about every damn corner, right? So anyway, one of the things that we do here in the South, right? If you go out and you've been out, the fuck is a Waffle House? Exactly. Bring a knife if you go. All right. So Waffle Houses are this. Waffle Houses are fast food. I guess you'd call it fast food type a restaurant. So bring up a Waffle House here. Yeah. Okay. This is a Waffle House, guys. For those of you who don't know, this is what a typical Waffle House looks like, right? Now, if you go to a Waffle House, okay, you can get different kinds of food. It's breakfast oriented food, right? Like you can get a waffle with pecans, right? They have steak, they have sausage, they have ham, they have bacon, right? Those type of proteins. And then one of the things that you have to be able to if you're going there and you want to have some hash browns, this is where it gets confusing, right? So you can have them scattered, smothered, scattered, smothered, topped, chunked, and diced, I think it is, right? All right. So you can have your scattered, which is just your hash browns, right? If you have them smothered, that means you've added onions into them, right? If you had them covered, then I think that's covered is, I think, they put cheese on them. And then you can have chili, tomatoes, and was there something else? But anyway, they have all these different things that you can add to your hash browns. And that's kind of what they're really notoriously known for, is their hash browns, right? Well, there's another thing, and here's the thing. They're open like really, really late or early into the next morning, right? So they'll be open like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So like you and your buddies, you go out, you have a few drinks, it is like where you would go for like after you've been out to the bars and stuff all night, right? So it's kind of like if you're up north, you know how like you have your White Castles, right? You hit your White Castles after you've been out all night drinking, get you some sliders, you know what I'm talking about, right? Exactly. But if you go into a Waffle House, you better have a 6-degree black belt in waffle martial arts. Waffle House has their own martial arts, y'all. I'm not even playing. I'm not even lying. Okay. If you want to see some of the craziest fights that you'll ever see in humankind, all you have to do is go onto the YouTube right? And just search for Waffle House fights. I have a short little clip here. I want to show you just how crazy this shit gets, right? Now, it's like a 3-minute, I'm sorry, a 3-second video. Watch this shit. This woman here is throwing a chair. These chairs are metal. These are like metal, like, I don't think they're aluminum, but they're like, I don't know, like a sponge. They're light, but they're real sturdy. So I don't know exactly what, but just watch this shit. Did you see that shit? Watch this shit. Let me slow this down here a little bit. See so the chair comes flying in. The girl catches it. The woman, the cook, I don't know if she's a cook or if she's a waitress or whatever, right? Behind the damn counter. She catches that shit one-handed, turns it, throws it. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is that waffle food shit I'm talking about right here, right? Doesn't even come her. She catches the damn thing, deflects it down, adjusts it, sets it, and right. Look, y'all, and I don't know if you notice this or not, but you see it, right? She got, like, I don't know if it's like one of their little pans or if that's a damn spatula or whatever, but this girl is ready to fuck somebody the hell up. Look at that hair. Dude, she's done. And look at here, signs hanging down, shit, people trying to get to y'all. I guarantee you, she's about a 5th or 6th degree black belt in waffle foo. Look at that. I mean, now that would have messed someone else. Boom. That have took someone's head off, but not her. She says, whoop, nope, right, whoop, that's it, done. Just choom, just a choom, and it's. I wouldn't mess with that woman on a month of Sundays. I wouldn't do it. Exactly, Squatching. Anyone else would have caught that in their face. That's exactly right. Not her, because like I said, she's like a 5th, 6th degree waffle food expert. You could tell, and look at here, right? Watch your face. Right? That chair comes in, she catches it, right? She doesn't really ever flinch, right? She keeps that head directed right towards, look at that. See, she's keeping that person right in her focus, laser beam attention, right? Because she knows there's probably another wave of bullshit coming her way, right? Holy crap, y'all. I mean, gee, many Pete. Commentating over a Waffle House fight. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll commentate. Some of the best fights I ever saw and watched online was Waffle House fights, y'all. Let me tell you a story. You ready for a story? I'm going to tell you a Waffle House fight story. Because yours truly has, I've never participated. I was never that drunk, okay, to get into one. But I did witness one. So me and a few of my buddies, okay, this was back when P-Paul would bend the elbow a little bit, go out on the weekend, do a little boot scoot and boogie, get out there and tear up the dance floor, all that kind of good stuff. Have him a few tequila shots, a couple of beers, get his groove on a little bit. And anyway, so we were out and we closed the bar down, right? So it's like, good morning to you there, Mitch. Hope you're doing well. So we shut the bar down. It was like 2:00 in the morning or some shit, right? And so, after you've been out all night drinking, what's the best thing you could do? You have to go get some greasy ass food, right? So we go to the Waffle House, we get in there and we get our stuff. We get our order in and whatever, right? And there was other groups cluttered up here and there within the Waffle House, as they do. And there were people were in different stages of inebriation. You had some that were basically passed out into their plate of waffles with the syrup stuck to the side of their face, just passed out, drooling right into their damn waffles. You had people who were trying to stay conscious, trying to eat, eat their hash browns, and it just was just dribbling right back out their mouth because they couldn't even. They were so just tight. They just couldn't even do that. But and then you have here's the thing about alcohol, right? It will take your normal everyday just docile person that's easygoing, whatever, and all of a sudden they become like Superman, right? They believe they can take on the world. And I can't remember, there was like, I want to think there was like maybe one chef back there, or what they call grill cook, was back there cooking. And I want to think maybe one or two uh waitresses or wait staff or whatever they're called, right? Back in we called them waitresses, all right? So whatever. So they were back, so they were taking people's order and bringing coffee around and what have you to people, and bringing their food out. And the dude back there, I mean, he's just, he's cooking, doing his thing. All right. And there was these two groups of people, and there was like 3 or 4 people in each one of the parties. And like, I want to think there was like probably, I would like to say there were probably some designated drivers in these groups, but this was the 90s, and we were just coming off the decade of excess, which was the 80s. So chances are there was probably nobody sober in those groups. There was always somebody sober in our group. We had enough sense to have a designated driver whenever we went out. Okay. Crucial, important thing. If you're going to go out and party, that's fine. Go party, have fun, whatever. But you got to have a DD. Always have a DD, right? So anyway, they were, these two parties, well, I don't know. Someone looked at the other person wrong, or maybe they thought they didn't get as many onions in their hash browns as the other person did. I don't know what their problems were. It doesn't take much in these situations, right? Anyway, it starts popping off. And these two people a couple of these guys start mouthing each other, right? And needless to say, it's usually always the smallest person in the group, right? Because they have little man syndrome, right? And so these little bitty dudes are all time letting their alligator mouths overload their jaybird asses. And that's what happened here. They start yan back and forth. Now, normally, if you have a DD, the DD could de-escalate shit, right? And they can get their little drunk asshole lined out, and they can keep them kind of in line. But that's why I don't think there was any DDs in this situation, because they were all just getting ignorant with each other. And the next thing I know, there were waffles and hash browns and sausage patties and bacon and plates and coffee mugs and shit flying every damn way, right? Exactly. DD is the group's tarred wrangler, 100%. In y'all's terminology, that's a tarred wrangler is a great explanation. Thank you, Squatching. And so I'm sitting over there, and like I said, I'd had a few drinks, I had a few belts underneath me, and I was feeling my oats, as it were. And I was sitting there watching all this shit, and I started laughing at these dumbasses. Because, now you're getting syrup all over the damn place, all in your hair, your ass is a mess, everybody's getting beat all to hell. And they're just going crazy, whatever. And I'm sitting there just wanting to eat my damn waffles and my sausage patties and drink my coffee or whatever, just mind my own damn business. I'm not one of these guys that when you get drunk, I feel like I'm 10 foot tall and got an S on my chest and just stomp a mud hole in everybody's ass. I'm more of a lovey, give you a hug, want to be everybody's friend type of person when I have a few drinks. But anyway, it wound up, I don't know, it got so damn crazy, right? And all the wait staff was trying to do was to keep these idiots from spilling over in behind where like the stove or the grill was and all that stuff, right? Where all the things that could really get them, like burnt or hurt, that type of stuff, where the knives were and shit, right? So eventually the cops come rolling up, right? And initially it's just a squad car with one person, dude, right? And this one cop, he pulls up and there's like these it's like that. It was like, I want to think it's like 4 to 6 guys that were just, I mean, they're just beating every living hell out of each other. I mean, it's hash browns, it's sausage patties, waffles. It's all, I mean, they're slipping and sliding on the floor because the syrup is everywhere. Drinks have been, it's just a mess. And so the one guy pulls up, with his lights on and everything, this one cop, right? And he sees all this shit in there. And this cop can tell real quick, all right, he gonna need some backup, right? His ass ain't big enough to cash this check. And so, just in a few minutes, in the meantime, they're all just beating the hell out of it. Everybody's getting bloodied up and it's just a mess. And so it wounds up, I think like 3 or 4 more cop cars roll up. And it turns out it was like about 6 cops deep into this shit. So basically each person in there fighting had their own cop. And they come up in there and stuff. And they're just, I mean, it was just, anyway. Shit was destroyed. Tables were destroyed. It was crazy. And I was sit there and I just sat there and kept eating my damn. This was back before the days where they had the cell phone cameras and all that kind of shit, right? So you couldn't. So and other stuff on here, right? There was nothing. But here's the thing: that is a typical Waffle House fight, guys. What I just described to you, that little story, that is a typical. Matter of fact, let me see here. Waffle House fights. Oh, we got some more. Oh, we got some longer video of this shit. Let's see what this says here. Yeah. So this was the one we just watched, but we got a little bit more video here. So let's take a look at this thing. Let's watch this.
Bro, what the going on, bro? Hell no.
Yeah, okay, so we got some.
I just want my waffles, guys.
Yeah, get the waffles, man.
Come on, son. Oh, what's going down, son?
Oh, we're on the table?
Guys.
See, yeah, we're going to go on the table.
Oh, you are wildin'. Oh.
Ho. Hold on. Was that a coffee pot? I feel like that was a coffee pot.
You are wildin'.
Oh, yeah, that was a coffee pot. Someone done flung a coffee pot. Y'all. Whoo. Now we got a sugar. Oh, look here. She done fell down. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at here. She ain't even playing. She's roundhousing her. Y'all, she is roundhousing. Another. Oh, yep. Yeah, here we go. Chaos and bedlam. Chaos and bedlam. So everybody files out of the Waffle House, brings out their cameras. They're going to record. This poor fool here, he's in between the 5th, 6th degree black belt Waffle expert and these other women. He trying to say, "Oh Lord Jesus, no!" He's got his hand out saying, "Lord Jesus, no! Please stop it. Take it away. Oh God. Oh, they done got a hold of her hair. They're pulling the hair. See, oh, look at here. We done got a spatula up in here. And then there's, look here we go. Oh, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy as hell. This was by a syrup shortage? No, Squatching, you're lying. You're lying. They ran out of syrup and it caused all of this. You lying to me, girl. You're lying to me. This is crazy as hell.
Y'all better than that, man. Come on, man.
No, they ain't better than this. Trust me. If they at the Waffle House, and they ain't better than this. This is typical Waffle House clientele, y'all. Oh, there we go. There was the chair. You saw the kung fu move.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Here we go.
Yo, chill. You about to go to jail. Chill.
Look at it. She said, "Bring it on. Bring it on."
Jail. You wildin'.
This is one of the craziest fights we've seen inside a restaurant.
Y'all wildin',
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Here are the details.
Okay,
'cause
here
we
what's
need
this?
'em. In the footage uploaded, an employee appeared to ask a group of 4 women to leave the restaurant, but that seems to have just escalated a volatile situation into a full-blown slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker. Good old JR. That's a JR from wrestling. JR. Golly. Slobber. Business is picking up, folks. We got a slobber. Oh, slobber knocker.
The video appears to show a person hurling a metal chair toward a female Waffle House worker dressed in the restaurant's uniform. The employee catches the chair, which had been launched over the bar and in the direction of her face before throwing it to the ground. Mecha Don would sarcastically tweet, "After this video, I think we should all unite and stop the violence against Waffle House workers. We cannot defeat them."
No, you can't. You cannot defeat. You cannot. The U.S. military has many branches defending our country: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Waffle House. This guy here, Brad Williams, he's a fun-sized person. He is hilarious. If you've never caught any of his comedy bit shit, it is hilarious. Check that dude out.
And Brad Williams would add,
yeah.
the U.S. military has many branches defending our country: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Waffle House employees. It was then brought to the attention of the masses that this video was a year old. However, the theme of Waffle House and how badass their employees are lives on.
Exactly.
Through countless examples. The Philly Inquirer's Emily Botch would write, Waffle House employees have seen a lot. Like when Kid Rock got arrested for fighting in an Atlanta location.
Exactly.
Or when a drunk woman mistakenly tried to wear a cheeseburger as her sandal. Part of that is because they're always open.
So here's a question, guys. Honestly, think about it. How would you like to be an HR employee at Waffle House and have to sit down and you're hiring this person to go to work at the Waffle House, right? And you're just okay. And part of the hiring process is they have to take Waffle food to be able to defend themselves from the drunk assholes that got you. And wax on, wax off. Oh, God. Oh, me. Oh, that's so damn funny. That is so damn funny. Oh, God. I'm going to tell you something. Seriously, all joking aside, all Waffle House should have fucking like CCTV shit set up, right? And have it where it's streaming to their own YouTube channel, right? So that they could sit there and watch these people could tune into the YouTube channels for these Waffle Houses and watch the fights, right? They'd have all the perfect angles, everything, right? Yeah, golly, man. Oh, this, guys, but I'm telling you, right? It's just, this is the kind of shit that just, we've seen things from over the years. Like there's different, people getting ignorant in restaurants and showing their asses is nothing new, right? We've seen them destroy restaurants and fast food joints and all this stuff. Like, they decide they had to have it their way at Burger King or whatever, right? But y'all, I'm going to tell you something. Now, mark my words on this. None of them will touch a Waffle House brawl. I'm just telling you, none of them, right? You've got to, and if you guys are not, if you don't have a Waffle House near you, right? Because, maybe, hang on, mercy sakes, maybe, sorry, I apologize. Maybe they just don't have Waffle Houses in your country, or maybe you live up north and they just don't have a Waffle House. If you come south and you see a Waffle House, stop in and have some Waffle House. Now, here's the thing. All joking aside, right? Their food is pretty damn good, right? Waffle House food is not bad at all. It really isn't. It's and it's consistent. I'm going to tell you how good it is, right? Because I'm not shitting on Waffle House, right? I love Waffle House. I'm going to tell you who. You know who went to Waffle House and was just overwhelmed and amazed by it? Right here. Let me bring this up here. And if this man gave his seal of approval of Waffle House, I'm going to tell you, it has everybody's seal of approval. This is a typical Waffle House. That's what it looks like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
It is indeed marvelous. An
Yep.
irony-free zone where everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. Where everybody, regardless of race, creed, color,
You guys recognize the voice yet?
is welcomed. Its warm yellow glow, a beacon of hope and salvation, inviting the hungry, the lost, the seriously
That's the hash
hammered
browns, y'all.
all across the South to come inside. A place of safety and nourishment. It never closes. It is always, always faithful, always there for you.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with this place because I wanted to be a chef.
That's a pecan waffle
This
there,
is
y'all.
the only place I'd ever been to where I actually watched people cook. This was action to me because I would see these people cooking at a pace and cooking for people who were completely out of control, but still providing hospitality. It was one of the things that really helped me fall in love with
Yep.
cooking.
Anthony Bourdain
Waffle House.
went there and ate there.
Yes,
I can't believe I didn't know about this.
I am unbelievably, in spite of my world travels, new to the wonders of the Waffle House.
The Waffle
And
House.
unfamiliar with its ways. The terminology, for instance, is new to me.
Now look, I'm looking at my hash brown, and I am already confused and enticed.
Here's the
You
thing,
get
you
sausage
can't
gravy.
go all in because you want everything.
I need to make a choice.
So there's a balance. And then when you find your balance, you memorize it. I
Help
go
me.
scattered, covered, smothered chunks.
Which means I gather, scattered on the griddle, heaped with brown onions, cheese, and chunks of hickory smoked ham.
There
That's
you
my
go.
style. Like, I've been doing that since day one. And I don't even know what that means.
You know what I know? I don't want waffles at the Waffle House.
Bullshit, man. You have to have
Waffles?
You have to have
you have to
waffles,
have
exactly.
one waffle. Now, so what I've devised as a chef is a tasting menu experience where you can sit down and really experience what this place does.
And let me tell you something, y'all. Their pecan waffles is a whole nother level of good. I mean, I know there's like you go to IHOP, you don't have pancakes, right? You have either way. You go to Waffle House, you have to have a waffle. If you don't like pecans, right? That's cool. But get a waffle. Get you some waffle, spread the glob of butter on them, whatever, let it melt, and put the syrup on there. I'm telling you guys, Waffle House is a transcendence experience. If you've never been to one, you have to go, right? And if you don't want the floor show, because I get it, some of y'all are family folks, you got kids, whatever, that type of thing. So maybe you don't want your kids seeing a floor show like that. I mean, it's not exactly it's not exactly Chuck E. Cheese here, right? So what you do is you go during the day, right? Don't go there after, say, 8, 9, 10 p.m. unless you want the floor show. You go after 8, 10, around after 10 p.m. or later, whatever. That's when you might actually see a floor show, right? So, but anyway, go to 100% go to a Waffle House if you ever get an opportunity. Get you some hash browns, however you like whatever you think you would like. If you never had one, just look at the options there and say, hey, I think that would be good. And just, mine is real simple, right? It's just scattered and smothered and covered. That's it. That's hash browns with onions and some cheese on top of it. That's it. It's real simple. I don't go real flamboyant. I like my pecan waffle, and I like my sausage patties. That's it, and coffee. And their coffee, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if they put like crack cocaine in the coffee or what, but there's something about that damn coffee that you could just cup after cup after cup after cup. It is so damn good. Yeah. So there, yeah, I'm recommending. Yeah. So let's talk about what's going on. What is today? Today's Friday, right? Is that right? Is today Friday? Let's talk about schedules here. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll have a peepaw, coffee with peepaw in the morning. We'll talk about that. In the morning, we'll have our traditional, Saturday morning, coffee with peepaw. I'm going to start probably about 8:30 Eastern Standard. Try to sleep in just a smidge, maybe, in the morning. So we'll go at 8:30 Eastern Standard tomorrow. Tonight, if Dave is feeling better, because my buddy Dave is a little under the weather. He's not feeling so good. I hope that he is feeling better. I've seen him in the chat. Getting for hell yeah! I'm gonna tell you something. If Waffle House wants me to sponsor my ass, you damn right. We're doing it. Okay, Dave says we are 100% doing a show tonight. Hopefully we'll get Bo Blacks in on this action tonight. Because I'm Dave and I kind of talked briefly. I want to hear Blowback's take on all this stuff that's happened in the last about 24 to 48 hours. I missed while I was at whatever, I would listen to the streams and stuff, right? And Nixie did a phenomenal job. She did a phenomenal job, and I couldn't help but notice that she didn't get yelled at all, ever, once. So I'm going to have to do something to get some one-on-one time. What mean this motherfucker pulled it? What? We mean I pulled a Tommy and said Blowbacks. Was it? Well, okay, Bo Blacks. Is that better? Versed. But anyway, so I've got to have some time with Nixie to find out exactly what to do so that I don't get yelled at by Dave. So, or to minimize it anyway. So we'll definitely be there tonight. I don't know who else. I don't have any clue. Let's see here. She didn't annoy me. Well, hell, if she's not annoying you, Dave, then is she really doing her job as producer? I would say no, right? Annoying the host is part of the job of the producer. So we get squeeze every little bit of it, you do better than her. Here's the thing. I love Nixie to death and I stand for her big time. And I was extremely, extremely happy that she was able to step in and do that for Dave. Because, when you're doing all the stuff like, the webs and browsers and this and that, whatever else, and then you're also trying to engage with the chat a little bit and you're trying to do all that stuff, it can become a little bit of deal, right? They were very good shows, Dave. They were really good shows. Get some worse so I can yell at you. Okay, Dave, you want to yell at me? All right. Cause I know you've missed me. Let's tell you what, let's go to your Discord, make it real easy on you because I'm in their live commentary. So come in there and yell at me, Dave. Get it out of your system. Make yourself feel better. Yell at Peepaw and let's just do it. Just come yell at me.
You had to fucking poke the bear. I'm sitting here trying to rest. I'm recuperating. I'm trying to feel better. And what do I get? I get an old man fucking menstruating about me and talking all this garbage. What the fuck, Riverter? You poke the bear and now you're going to get the fangs right in your urethras. That's what you want.
I love you too. And I missed you too, Dave. I know this is your love language towards me. And you're just saying that you missed me and you missed the awesome job that I do for you.
Is that what I'm saying?
That's exactly what you're saying.
Is that what I'm saying?
Exactly. So tell us, Dave, what's on the hopper for tonight? I know we're doing a show.
Well, I'm going to try not to die.
Well, that's important.
First. So basically what's going on with me right now is I'm just, I'm coughing a little. I have a lot of little symptoms, like all the symptoms. I have every fucking symptom for every flu or virus that's going around right now. But there's the problem right there is the deep breathing. I can't, that's the only thing that's consistent. I start getting going, the breath starts going. You know, I
Yeah,
start moving around. I'm like my battery fucking drains immediately. But I'm
Sure.
okay. It's all we only missed the day, Versity baby. We had actually a really great week of content. I'm really that's why I didn't mind missing last night.
Yeah.
Nixie stepped in and did a fantastic job. It's not easy replacing Riverter because Riverter really does do an amazing fucking job. You do, buddy.
Yeah.
And but she did just as good of a job, and she has titties. So
Exactly. The only thing that I saw that was missing from the shows this week was there was no segments like who's the twit and things like that. And I thought, well, okay, I will try to do that and get that put together and just send Nixie the link and let her run it. But I had very limited resources where I was at. So
I honestly, I don't think we needed it. I think it was okay, especially the second show when Nick came on, Nick and fucking Willie. I mean, Jesus Christ. But the show that you got to watch this week is the first one. Me, Nixie, and Matt. That was a fucking banger. I was very, very happy with how that went. And that's not an easy spot for Nixie to jump into. And Nixie was the original fucking producer role. When I made my comeback to YouTube almost 2 years ago, she was the first person in mind when this whole late night format shit that I really wanted to push. Well, she got it. She got it immediately. That woman and I have watched so much fucking late night television together over the last couple of years. It's ridiculous. She just gets it. But things got in the way and she wasn't able to participate, and that's okay sometimes. That we figure it out, we go on to the next things. But when she was doing it, we had 10, 15 people. So for her to step back into a 200 plus person spot and just fucking crush it, that just shows you how good Nixie actually is. She really is.
She's phenomenal. I love Nixie. And
we're adding more vagina to the fucking mix here. We got Xylee on Monday. I'd really like to have Xylee and Nixie on Mondays at some point.
Yeah.
I think that could just be such a good perspective. And we'll call it simultaneous loving with Dead on Dave. Talking you and her. No, I can't sing yet. Oh, that didn't go well. No.
So do you have like any type of like inhaler or something that can help you with your lungs and kind of get?
So I've got my albuterol. I was born with chronic bronchitis or reverse bronchitis, depending on where you're from, called different things. I've always struggled with it. More so when I was heavier. I actually, the last couple of years since I really got myself in good condition, good shape, under 230 pounds and shit, I don't get this anymore.
Yeah.
My bronchitis has calmed down. My breathing problems have calmed down. But I feel this is just a case where I caught everything over the last few weeks because I have friends and my coworkers and everybody, they're all sick. Yep. They've all been sick and they've had every fucking type of sickness. And then some bum at the fucking Dunkin' Donuts the other day coughed some sort of typhoid into my goddamn face.
Oh
I have no idea. Yeah, I know. I really wanted to beat him up. I looked at him like, I was like, I'm about to make your life worse. What the fuck is wrong with you? But instead I said, what the fuck?
You have to be careful of those bums, man, because they have their own martial art things they do too, man. They have that bum fight shit. You got to watch those guys, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, they don't want none. Look, if he would have done anything more than a little coffee cuff, I would have caught him with an elbow and a reverse hook, heel and fucking shit. I would have goddamn fucked his face. It would have been messed up. I would have made him drink my piss. That's the thing, River. That's the reality is. I would have talked him lovingly into drinking my piss.
Drinking.
I would have talked him
not
into
his,
it too,
but yours. So that's
drinking. No. Drinking his own piss. I mean, I'll have him drink my piss at some point, but I'm gonna have him drink his own piss first. Because if I can talk him into drinking his own piss, then it makes it easier for me to later talk him into drinking mine. You've already drank your piss. What's the difference between yours and mine? It's sterile. See?
What difference?
You got to be a good wordsmith.
Exactly.
You gotta be a good wordsmith.
Yeah. So anyway, what time are you thinking tonight? About 7?
7.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking 7. I'm thinking 7 is a good time. 7, possibly 8. Xylee. Wow, Dave, I almost called you the S slur. Oh, is that gonna be a slur now? Oh, you're gonna kill me. Oh, you're gonna kill me. That's the one. Don't tell me that's gonna be the slur now. He was just gonna be fucking Voldemort, but now it's gonna be the S slur. Oh God, that hurt.
You know, the thing of it is about all this stuff is, we we have been blessed to have stuff to talk about for weeks.
This is look, this is what's supposed to happen. I know people don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But why are we acting like groupies don't exist? Why are we acting like fucking people who have presence and popularity and stardom, whatever fucking measurement you want to go on, have not been talking women and men and anyone who wants to fuck them into doing all kinds of fucking things pretty much since the time of Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the apostles weren't getting pussy. Like,
Yeah.
Come the fuck on. Yeah, just because Jesus wasn't doesn't mean the apostles weren't fucking. Like, let's just be real here. But at the same time, now a man does overstep, and that's where the fun does begin.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun, people. I'm just saying, grab your fucking cups of piss and be on Copious Live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, drink up and be merry, boys and girls. And piss is bubbly like champagne. It's almost a new year. It works.
Exactly. Verse Dip tipped $5, said, Dave, just show him your CCTV footage tackling that innocent black man. He'd change his mind.
I can't believe you haven't covered it, Riverter. Like, where were you covering my play-by-play where I fucking shit with the guy through a door?
Well, you know, there's certain things I feel like I guess I could have covered it. Probably should have
I
covered
gave
it.
you the footage. Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I should have.
Like this tiny little white bitch fucking catches a chair and you're like, oh, she's Bruce Lee. After years on my ass, a war veteran,
Yes.
fucking comes and does a 3-7-40 to tackle a 6'8" black man who had $9,000 worth of gold and jewels and probably meth on him.
Yeah.
I tackled him heroically. Do I get any coverage?
You did.
No,
covered the
my
shit.
own.
Well-
Own. I covered it, you fuck. I did it. I had to fucking make my own parade. I gave myself flowers. I'm gonna die and it's your fault. I'm gonna die and it's your fault.
Oh, me. Well,
Oh, River. See,
I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. I didn't
appreciate
cover
me.
it. I should have covered it. But
You don't appreciate me anymore.
I do. I appreciate you to hell and back, man. So,
You got fucking 22 people up in here right now.
yeah.
Hit
This
that
is-
like button, you sons of bitches.
This is Dave had rub his own balls, Rivy. Well, yes, I guess in that case he did. I didn't rub his
I
balls
did.
for him, so.
I did.
Shame
Well, look,
on me.
I don't want to overtake too much here, man. I will let you finish up your show.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
want to
gonna
say I
wrap it
missed
up.
you.
I missed
Happy
you too, bud.
happy Christmas, happy New Year's, all that stuff. Are you joining? What are you doing on New Year's? Because I'm going to be doing my thing, I think.
I'm not going to be
Being
doing
drunk.
doing anything. I'm just going to hang out.
Want to get
and-
drunk with me? We're going to get drunk. I'm going to get drunk.
You going to get drunk?
I haven't done these new people, these young bucks, these newcomers, these Johnny come latelys, if I can
Yeah.
invoke a little French.
Yeah.
They don't know the power of the copious beer chug. They've never seen a sub 3-second beer
Oh.
chug out of the fucking copious lords. So they need to be educated.
Yeah. 100%.
So that'll be
100%.
New Year's Eve tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, let's
Yeah.
let's kick it off at 8:00.
You know what? Here's the thing about getting drunk. I have not actually gotten drunk in probably, I'm going to say 10 plus years, because the last time I got drunk, I put away the better part of a fifth of tequila. And then that was my epiphany. I woke up the next morning and said, you too damn old to be doing this shit.
See, I
I
always
was in
get
my
paid for
40s.
it.
I wasn't, well, I paid for it. Boy, did I ever pay for it the next day.
No,
So
get
these,
paid.
these days I don't get drunk. I will have a few drinks and then I quit.
Well, that's gonna change tomorrow night.
Well, we'll see. I do have the better part of it's not a fifth, it's larger than a fifth. It's, I don't know what, guys, what's it's Southern Comfort. It's
Well, don't drink that. Just get a beer. See, you Southerners always got to take it too fucking far.
no. listen,
Yeah.
here's the deal.
Just
Here's the deal.
have yourself a fucking beer. Have a
I,
wine. You're 50. Have a fucking cup of wine. Jesus.
I do have some wine and I do have some beer. I keep around, but it's more or less the wine's really for the wife. I do drink every once in a while. The beers I mainly keep around for the kids when the boys come in to visit.
What?
So
What beer? What?
What beer? What exactly?
What?
What?
That
What?
really
Yeah.
hurt. That did not feel good.
I bet it
That
didn't.
didn't feel
You're sitting there
great.
trying to do. Yeah, you need to rest that, man. You need to
You
save
begged
that.
me to come on, Riveter. What can I say?
I know I begged you to come on.
You said, Dave, come on. I need you. My show's
Yes.
failing.
My
Please
show is
save
failing.
me.
Exactly.
Please
100%.
save me from the doldrums of my life. And I'm like, Riveter, I'm here for you, buddy. Anytime you need me. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
And
Ain't
that's
no
what
river wide enough, baby. When you need me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Okay.
And that's what I appreciate about you.
That's what I have you watched the new season of Letterkenny?
I
yet?
watched all 6 episodes.
How many times?
I've only watched them once so far. But
Because I'm taking deep breaths. I'm not doing dramatic pauses.
yeah. I'm sitting there trying to the potato chip one was probably one of my favorite ones, honestly.
Oh God, that's such a good episode.
It is so
It's
hilarious.
such a good episode. Fuck.
You know, because what makes that one so hilarious is I've got several Canadian friends that I've had for decades.
I need a Canadian friend to send me some all dressed chips. I've never had any.
I've never had any either, but to hear these
get 'em.
guys and they go on, I mean, let me tell you something, dude. They're passionate about those all dressed chips. That show is, I know that they kind of exaggerate things a little bit,
Of course they do.
but when it comes to those all dressed chips, that's not really an exaggeration, dude. They're passionate about their damn tater chips up there.
That show really does nail, like, it is turned up to 11. It's the Spinal Tap of Canadian life, but it's a very, 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 very close. You know, they're like, especially Shorzy. If you're now, I think Shorzy does an actual better job of encapsulating the sports culture of Canada, especially when it was in its prime. Because man, that show is written like it was all hockey players. Like that thing is so fucking good. But I will say, Letterkenny season 11, I think is probably the best overall written season. Like they didn't have too much overarching story. It was just about them, and then there were a couple things that became stories throughout. Just a real brilliant season.
It was, it's just, you know, in like the last episode when they're sitting there and they're just talking about darts. You know, I laughed my ass off because my buddies, they don't smoke anymore, but they did smoke. And, you know, they talk about darts all the time. And I was like,
I love my darts. Always in the right breast pocket when you need them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like one of them, we still give him hell to this day because we were running dungeons in WoW, you know, because we're all WoW players and stuff. And he's like, I got to run down to the corner and I'm going to get some Timmys and a pack of darts. I'll be back. I shit you not. 6 months later, the dude comes back. I was like, bitch, where was the Timmys at? Like, the other end of Canada? What? You know? He said, I had some things and whatever, right? And we still give him shit to this day, right? About just disappearing. So.
As you should. That sounds like it's appropriate.
So, anyway,
but
listen,
brilliant show, man. It is. I'm
Yeah.
so excited that it's back. I'm excited that Shorzy should be coming back, and there's a lot more Letterkenny to come. So
I was honestly a little bit saddened that it was only 6 episodes though, because I wanted more. I wanted more. I want more.
it always is. This is 10 seasons, 11 seasons now of 6 episode greatness.
Yeah.
And you'll get a 7th. Usually we'll get a special of some kind. Yeah. So they'll do a couple of those. So you'll get them. It'll be all good. But now we got Shorzy. And I'm hearing there's going to be another show being made that's going to go into the history of Letterkenny and talking about like Uncle Eddie and stuff. So it's going to be, I'm excited about all that.
My buddy Tare, he said in the chat, he goes, shut it. That's the guy that disappeared for 6 months. I mean, I'm glad he doesn't have like a wife or kids or nothing, because the kids would be like, seriously, when those dads.
Are you sure that he does or does not have a wife? And maybe that wife likes to be drilled by big black guys named Derek. And then he also likes to get other people to fucking drink piss. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, Tare. No, Tare's only vices are that every once in a while he'll set up a Tinder profile because he's kind of squirrely like that. Squirrely Dan. And he, you know, but he's not a feminist, and he would disappear for 5 or 6 months because he goes and gets him a Timmy's coffee, and then he's just
Here, I was kidding, man. I need some chips. Actually, I don't want them from you in case you might piss on them.
Exactly.
Dave, when can I come visit you? When can I come visit? You are into pee play? I'm not into pee play, but I will talk you into drinking piss just because I'm into talking people into doing crazy shit. Look, Salvo's up the fucking bar here, boys.
Yeah.
Like, my God, we got to start talking people into crazier shit. Like, if you could fucking drink my piss or drink your piss on a table and be able to fucking close the deal, that's just good wordsmithing. Oh, fucking, my God. Maybe he likes Ugandan man peeing on him. He might. He might. Y'all are, you guys are just fucking prudes.
Jesus.
Bunch of fucking prudes. Every one of you.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun with this. We are. We're gonna have so much fun. We are.
Chris, I will. If you kissed Salvo, Chris, I'm expecting a fucking blowjob. Look, and don't even get me started if I ever meet Edwin. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to fuck him.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Well, here's the question. You know, there was quote one guy, and I'm wondering, was that one guy Edwin?
It could be.
Banana Grabber says it was him.
Edwin's been pretty quiet through all this so far.
Okay, so yeah, but I think he's like on vacation or whatever, right?
I bet he is.
So
I bet he is.
yeah, he's on
I
vacation.
bet he's in a remote place that just can't get internet right
Exactly.
now. I bet he is.
Yes, exactly. That's my excuse. I would be going with too, right?
Oh, fucking
God.
died. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but no one's safe.
No, nobody.
one's safe.
Nobody.
I just laughed at the motherfucker. Y'all went to DMs. This is funny. Fuck
exactly.
this. I'm sorry. I am gonna be laughing. Oh.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, right? We can say this too, right? Because he tried to get you to get rid of Bo
I told him to go fuck twice.
Yeah, and
Xylee.
Xylee.
When he tried to get me to fire Boblax, I told him to fuck when he tried to get rid of Xylee. Like, no, that's my girl, bitch.
Exactly.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't always got to go over the top, but you always got to make sure that they understand.
Yeah.
I think he got the point the second time. I mean, Jesus Christ, he exposed himself.
Yes. Literally.
The funny thing is, we're going to talk about this tonight, and I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I had never really heard anything about the whole cucking thing.
Yeah.
I've never really heard about it up until he introduced it, like what, 3 weeks ago? When he called in and he asked me to rate his wife, he like shoehorned it in.
Yes, he
like
did.
I'm looking at it because we'd never really talked like that. He'd made jokes about his mulatto children and shit like that. But like, and I always cast doubt on that anyway.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know. It felt weirdly shoehorned in at the time, but because it's always a Salvo bit, I never fucking question him. All right, the next bit, whatever. And then this all came out 3 weeks later. It's like the most amazing thing ever. It really is just hilarious. I feel bad for anyone who was taken advantage of, anyone who was manipulated, anyone who allowed themselves to be manipulated, all of that. There's no question in my mind. Do not mistake the laughs for lack of sympathy. There may not be a lot of empathy, but there's certainly a lot of sympathy, and I'm here for you. But I am going to be laughing. Oh my God. Yeah. This shit's crazy.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I'm kind of like with Verst on this. He said,
Verst, no.
No. Yeah, exactly. Right. He said he clicked on for a second and Flam was on, so he immediately closed it. Yeah. Exactly. Why he brought Flam on?
Because he was milking. Because Keem was milking it for everything that he fucking could. His viewership was back because he had enough drama to carry it. So he was gonna milk that for. He turned it into a Salvo fucking hotline when he realized what he fucking had.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, floundering. And then as soon as he realized exactly what he had on his hand, hey, call on in if you have a story. Oh my God. He turned this bitch into a Salvo crisis hotline. Yeah. It's brilliant. Oh God, it was great. Abby, I love you. I hope to laugh when I get some sleep. I don't blame you. Get some sleep.
Poor Abby. I think I was talking to her last night and she's still up from last night. So, geez. So,
Abby, why is Keem obsessed with you? I'm with Riverter. Maybe he wants to fuck you.
Yeah, I could see it. Why not? So.
Did you put it on while you were there? Let's start that rumor. Maybe you put it on him and he can't stop thinking about you. Maybe you shouldn't have put it on him so hard. Maybe you shouldn't have worked it. You
Got a
went
little bit
over
of
there
that-
and you worked it on him.
Got to live with that blackbird fever.
You put that blackbird on him and now he doesn't know what to do. He's like, I can't even look at Brantley anymore because that blackbird pussy got me fucked up. Look what you did. Blackbird pussy fucking people up over here. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Golly. Well, listen, I'm gonna wrap the show up.
Yeah, go wrap it up.
And but I will see you tonight, and I'll be working on getting stuff together and what have you as always.
All right, I love you.
And love you too, man. Take care, and I do hope you get some rest and get to feeling better because I need you at 100% tonight, dude.
I'm gonna be getting some resticles for my testicles, and I will be seeing all you guys tonight.
All right, see you then, buddy.
Sub to Riverter. He's at 313. 313, what? I'm on 316. What? Hit the like button. Get off your fucking hands. Tweet out the stream. Give the man support. He's out here. We don't know. This could be his last year.
He could be.
In life. Not just on YouTube, but in life.
You never know.
Blow him up or just blow him. Do something. Love you, Riveter. I'll talk to you later.
See you later, buddy. You hang up off there. Okay. And that was the great Dead on Dave. Like I say, we'll be live tonight at I think he said what 7 Eastern. Yeah, 7 Eastern. Hopefully Bo Blacks will be able to join us. I hope he can be there. I hope we'll see all you guys there. Some of you guys need to get you a little nap in, a little nappy poo, a little rest, a little sleep, so you can be there and be on your A game. Dave has got a phenomenal lineup now. I mean, we've got Mondays with Xylee. We got Tuesdays, SFTP Tuesdays. We got Willie Wednesdays. We've got the Oreo Thursdays. We got Friday Bo Blacks. Saturdays is Drew is sharing. He is booked solid. He's doing a lot of, really good things. I'm extremely and eternally thankful that, I'm allowed to be a part of that. All those guys are pretty cool guys. I like hanging out with them. And we have a lot of laughs, and I missed that. I missed having the yucks and the laughs with those guys. I was sitting listening and like I said, Nixie did a phenomenal job, but I was very envious of her. I was like, oh man, they're having so much fun. There's so much, laughter and this, that. And I just, I love being a part of that. But anyway, listen, guys, thanks for letting me, thank you for, oh, hang on here. Nim was hidden. Let's see if we can get that taken care of here. Oh, hang on here. How do I do that? Just a second, Nim. Let's see here. Oh, me. I can't figure out how to do it. Anyway. Okay, you're back. All right, I'm back. Good. Okay, thanks. But listen, I appreciate you all being here with me this morning. We'll be, like I say, I'm back. I don't plan on taking any more breaks for quite a while. I don't see anything in the near foreseeable future. We'll be doing something sounds like with Dave for New Year's Eve, maybe a little bit of a drinky poo stream. That sounds like it could be interesting. Especially if Peepaw gets on his wine sassiness. The last time I really got on a good wine sassy, I got banned from WoW's forums. There's a video on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. I got banned from WoW. It's a thing. Take Valentine's Day off and pamper Mrs. Riv. Maybe, we'll see. The wife, honestly, she doesn't go in for all that kind of stuff. We don't normally do that. I mean, our anniversaries is about really the only thing that we kind of celebrate a little bit. And usually we just kind of go out to dinner somewhere and that's it. My wife is not really a girly girl type person. The only thing that she recently has started kind of doing that's I would guess I would kind of call girly girl stuff is she's got this friend, that she's become their buddies, and they go ever so often to get their nails done, and they have lunch and all that kind of stuff, and I'm glad she does it. I'm glad she's got this little friend that she goes and does these things with, and she goes and kind of gets pampered a little bit, and so I like that. I like that she's got that little friend that she gets to go and do things with. So anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. I've had a wonderful time with you guys today. Make sure to tune in tonight. I guarantee you we're going to have some yucks. We're going to have some laughs. And we're going to, you know, anyway, I just don't know where we'll go with all of it. Honestly, truly, I don't. I'm not the creative person, right? I just make things happen for Dave. Dave comes up with all these ideas and says, make it happen. And drink piss and be merry. Exactly. Drink piss. But I'll tell you something. One thing that Peepaw will never do is do that. We'll have our coffee. We'll have our tea. Hell, we'll even have a little hot cocoa every now and then. That's cool too. But we ain't drinking no piss up in this place. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, thank you. Anyway, y'all take care. I love y'all. And I will see you in, hang on here, the funny papers. Oh, yeah. Keep your powder dry.
Maybe I'm a